We are live. What's up, everybody? A little late start today because of my mishaps today and my busyness. And what's up, everyone? What's up, Frank? Best Pigeons Racing Pigeon Auction Site. Frank's a good dude. I don't know if you know Frank Triple P. Great guy. He's always in our chat.
How you doing, Frank?
Good supporter.
Good to see everyone here tonight. How's everyone doing?
Good. A little slow night. I think people were tired of waiting for us, so they just went off.
Constitutional said you fuckers were late again. Haha. Yeah, well, we're always fashionably
We're always late.
I mean, hey, it's better to be late than early, said every woman ever.
Yes, Triple P did send you here, Constitutional.
What you been up to, man?
Been working my ass off, bro. I can't remember the last time that I've actually been flying so much. I've kicking around a few ideas actually. Actually considering buying an airplane.
Yourself? What are you gonna buy? A Cessna?
Kicking around a couple of different things. I'm looking at something like a Mooney M20J or a Cherokee 6, a Piper Lance, Piper Arrow. I've got a couple of things in mind.
Brand new or used?
Oh, fuck no. We're talking like maybe mid 1970s model.
Yeah, because I was looking, not that I'm going to buy a plane or nothing, but I have no use for it, but I was looking just for the hell of it on, Facebook, Marketplace and stuff, and they were selling a crap load of Cessna planes, right? From the 50s, 60s, 70s. I'm like, I would not get in one of those fuckers. But some of them were fairly cheap.
The thing. Planes are not like cars. First of all, planes don't depreciate like automobiles. They actually have been appreciating in value. So it's a tangible asset that actually seems to be going up lately. The other thing is that you don't walk into somebody else's disaster. So you take $1,000 or $1,500 and you hire your mechanic to do a very good pre-buy inspection, and he rips the engine down, he checks the compression in the cylinders, does a really good thorough walkthrough of the airplane, and then you have an idea of what you're getting into before you dump $80,000 or $100,000 on this fucker.
Oh, they're definitely money pits.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
but here's the thing. I actually was doing a little bit of math, and having my own plane would not be that much more than having my own boat. It would run me somewhere between $12,000 to $15,000 a year to own it. So in the grand scheme of things, we're talking about a little over $1,000 a month
to store
it. Well, yeah, I mean, the big half of that is going to be in hangar fees because I would probably store it at Fort Myers Page Field, and I could get a hangar there for probably about $350 a month. So we're talking about, over $4,000 a year just in a hangar fee because I wouldn't want it sitting outside in the elements.
My buddy has a plane. It's a 2001. What is it? It's a family plane. I don't know what you call them. It's I think it's like 12 seats or 8 seats or something. He bought it for him and his family, and he paid big money for that. And mind you, it was 2001. It's over 20 years old, but he paid big money for that a few years ago, and he stores it. I believe Orange County Airport, and I think his storage fee a month is like $2,500.
Like he pays that's a lot of fucking money, man. $2,500
and not to
a month.
mention, This is the best part. This is why I don't see it make sense at all. He's not a pilot. So he has to hire a pilot every time he flies.
Oh, so he's probably got like a King Air turboprop or a little Citation jet or something like that.
It's a travel plane, like, you know, like those small private jets.
Yeah, that's a whole different ball game, man. I'm
Yeah,
not
you're looking for
rich.
like a
I'm not.
two-seater Cessna, something like that, similar, right?
I'm looking at a 4-seater.
Yeah,
Frank, you said Best Pigeons Racing Pigeons is Frank?
yeah, it's Frank.
Okay, well, Frank asked, what does it cost to land a plane in an airport? The correct answer to that question is I have been out of general aviation for decades, but I can tell you when I was flying small planes a few decades ago, it was basically free at just about every airport. And then there were some larger airports that would charge you a landing fee. But if you bought fuel at the airport, they would waive the landing fee. So the correct answer to that question is every airport is different. Um, Generally, you don't go landing at places like Atlanta Hartsfield or Chicago O'Hare because you just you you don't want to spend that kind of money. So you go to somewhere like on the outskirts of a city that's a much smaller airport and it's a lot cheaper. And if they do have a landing fee, generally you just buy like they have like a minimum. Most of them have like a minimum buy 10 or 20 gallons of gas and they waive the landing fee. So I imagine it's probably the same now.
Yeah, no, it's definitely I mean, if it's a, I was looking, like I said, I was looking on Marketplace just for ha-has, and you can get a good running plane. It's going to be old, but a good running plane to do what you want to do, like little joy flies and stuff. For I've seen some for 17,000 to 30,000.
Yeah, you're not gonna get really anything for 17 to 30,000, bro. You're not gonna
Yeah,
get
little
really any.
Cessnas. I seen them
No,
right
no,
on
no,
Facebook
no.
Marketplace.
It's gonna be a nightmare. It's not gonna be something you're gonna be able to take into the air. I mean, just because you can buy it for that price doesn't mean it's necessarily
Well, like
airworthy.
I said, I wouldn't fly the fucking thing. I wouldn't even
Yes.
get in it.
Yeah, neither would I. If
So
you're buying something for $17,000, it's going to need a lot of work. You better bring a really big toolbox.
what are you looking on spending on a plane? What are you looking at? 100 grand?
I'd like to say somewhere between 80 and 150.
Yeah. You better be driving them. You better like do some like flying tours.
No, no, no. I don't want. I have no desire to. I'm already flying commercially, bro. I don't want to
I know,
fly
but I'm saying,
commercially. I want this for me, for fun, for the family. You know,
yeah, yeah.
like if Mrs. Triple P and I just want to fucking hop in it and go to Key West, we can take off, fly right across the water, and we're in Key West in less than an hour. You know,
Yeah.
it's the ultimate in freedom.
Well, I
And
guess
I can
they're
I can
expensive.
well, think about it this way. I can fly to Key West for cheaper than I can drive it. So here's a perfect example. To drive from my house to Key West is about a 6 to 6.5 hour drive because you have to drive all the way to the east side of the state down towards Fort Lauderdale and Miami. And then you got to drive all the way down to the fucking through all the keys. But
Hmm.
I can hop in to a small plane, take off out of Fort Myers, and I
Get there
can
in
be in Key
45 minutes.
West in 40 minutes. And I've basically completed that trip for a cost of about $80 to $85 to cover
Oh yeah.
fuel and the operating cost of the airplane. So,
You'll
I
definitely
mean,
get your money back in time. In time, you'll definitely get. It depends how much you use it. You know what I mean? And even if you don't get your money back, it's still a thing that you and your family want, something you guys want to do. So, that's like me. Before COVID, I bought a brand new pontoon boat, and it cost me $54,000. You know what they're going for now, after COVID?
I have no idea.
89 grand if you want a good pontoon boat. They're expensive, but you know what? They're money pit. I'm not going to make no money on it, but I got it for me and my family. If we want to go on Lake Wallenpaupack, we can go out and enjoy, you know, a day on the lake. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't buy it for making money. I bought it for us.
Boats are fun.
They're fun, but they're money pits. The problem with boats, they're money pits. They're constantly in the shop for something. Even if you buy them brand new, they're in the shop for something. I'm telling you, you got to bring it to the marina every year. And the problem is, so up north, down south, you probably don't have to worry about it as much. But up north, the boat can't stay on the lake all year round. Wintertime comes on, the dock's got to come out.
It's the same way down here, bro. It's the same way down here because you can't leave it in the salt water.
Yeah. And I can turn around and pack the boat up myself and tow it back home and winterize it and wash it off and tarp it and seal it. But that's a lot of fucking work. I'm going to have to do it twice a year. Go up, take it out, go up, put it back in. So it pays for me to spend the $1,500 a year for them to fucking take it out and put it in.
So here's the way it works with a boat down here in Florida, because I don't live on the water. Most people that live on the water, they have a boat lift, and they can literally just pull into their lift, and it lifts the boat up. If I want to buy a boat, since I don't live on the water, I have to store it somewhere. So I've got to find a like a dry dock storage facility, and it's an in and out service. So basically, I call them up 2 hours prior, and they'll put the boat in the water for me. And then when I get back from using the boat, they'll take the boat out of the water. They'll fucking run fresh water through the engine, and they'll fucking hose off the boat. And then they'll put it back into the frickin' building and dry dock it. And that cost about $400 a month. So now we're up to, I mean, essentially storing a boat costs the same thing as getting a hangar for an airplane. It's about $4,800 to $5,000 a year.
So I'm a little lucky in that situation because, the lake's not too far, so I could take it to my house and store it. But what I do is, because it's an hour ride, I get to Lake Wallenpaupack and PA in an hour. So what I do, I pay them to take it to when it comes to take it out, they take it out, they'll winterize it and whatever, and I can pay the extra to have them store it at their marina, or I can have them, get it all tidied up, and I'll trailer it to my father's lake house up in Lake Wallenpaupack, and he stores it in his yard, and that's what I do. So I pay for them to, take it off the dock, because when wintertime comes, it's actually fall. They take it off around October, end of October. They take it out of the lake. They clean it up, winterize it. They put a tarp, and they seal that tarp. It's like a sealer, so nothing can get in, no mice or whatever. And then I trailer it to my father's house, which is literally a minute down the road. And it sits there. And then I pay them to put it back in the water and, get it ready for summertime, for boat season. So, but if I were to pay for them to store it and, do that, I'd probably be paying $5,000 a year, if not more.
Silverstruck just said, "Good evening. I don't hear the world's problems being solved." What's up with that?
Don't buy boats. Don't buy planes.
We're solving Triple P and Patrioticstacker problems on how to afford more toys.
You know how old I was when I got my boating license?
You got to have a license in New York?
You have to have you got to have a boater's license. Absolutely.
Wow, you don't need that in Florida. That's stupid.
No, I think you need a boating license everywhere.
Nope. No, sir.
That's weird.
Nope.
Yeah, you need to have a boating license, especially if you want to go.
That's because New York wants to tax you on it.
I thought that was everywhere you needed a license.
Nope.
But I got it at 14 years old. I went in for a 5-hour course with my father at the time, my sisters, and my stepmother.
How much was it?
I don't know. I didn't pay for it. I was a kid.
Right, but somebody paid for it.
My father, but I didn't know. I didn't ask. I was 14 years old. I didn't give a fuck.
Did you learn anything?
Whatever I learned then, I forgot, man. I just go
So,
on the water and fucking.
That's my point. Is it's just a fucking tax. Go there, sit in the classroom. They say they actually did something, even though they didn't.
Pointless.
Write the fucking check. Sign here. Here's your license that we just wrote up with a fucking Crayola crayon.
It's pretty much a 5-hour course. Like how you do for cars, and you learn the whole lingo, and it's the same thing with boats. You have to follow rules, know what the lights mean. On boats, there's a blue light and a green light and a red light. It's stupid shit. The boat's coming, they got the right of way, and blah, blah. But being on the lake, dude, you realize how many stupid people own boats. Like, you don't know how many times I've seen people crash in the docks because they're going in too fast. And, a boat's not like a car. You can't stop it. You kind of got to just lower it and just, kind of, you got to, like, pretty much glide in. You know what I mean? It's not like you don't have the control like you do on a car. But I've seen people crash into people's boats, fucking people overpacking like their pontoon boats and almost capsizing. I've seen some crazy shit.
Half of them are probably fucking drunk when it happens too.
Oh, absolutely. Shit, I don't go on the boat. If I'm going on the boat, I'm gonna be fucking enjoying myself and kicking back some beer.
Yeah, problem though with me is I have way too much to lose, so I won't risk it. If I'm going out on a boat and I'm drinking, there better be someone who's driving, because it ain't my ass.
Now, Constitutional said, no patriotic. You live in a shithole like me, bro. These aren't needed everywhere. 10-round mag limits aren't normal either. We're just used to it. Yeah, no,
that's
absolutely.
The thing. Like, people from New York have actually come to accept it and think it's normal, and it's not. This shit don't happen in Florida.
Well, it's not that it's normal. You know what I mean? And it's not that we accepted it either. It's just, it is what it is. If we're going to stay in this state, that's the rules we have to follow by, which is fucked up, and it shouldn't be that way. But I'll tell you something. When I was down in South Carolina, I walked in Bass Pro Shop and bought some 30-round mags. No, I didn't buy the 30-round mags at the Bass Pro. I bought them at a Dick's Superstore, not Sporting Goods. It's another total different Dick's.
Right.
And I bought some 30-round.
I know what you're talking. This is a Ma and Pa Dick's.
Yeah, it's pretty big down there in the Myrtle Beach area. There's a bunch of them, but it's a small, probably South Carolina business, whatever. But I went in there and I bought some 30-round mags and I brought them right up. And,
so now you're a felon. Now you're a felon in New York.
Yeah, if I get caught with them, I'm a felon, absolutely. But now
30-round mags? What 30-round mags? I lost them in a tragic boating accident.
Exactly. But I do have to say, Constitutional Stacker, California is a little more fucked up than New York. And the reason why California is a little more fucked up is because in California, for metals, you have to pay $1,500. In New York, it's $1,000, so you get away with tax.
I mean, if you think about it though, like, both states are fucked. I mean, it's like both of your states have neutered your fucking ARs. I mean, what New York and California have done to the ARs is the equivalent of like a fucking Lorena Bobbitt coming in and chopping off 98% of your cock and saying, okay, you got 2%, you're good to go.
I wouldn't say 90%, nowhere near that. The only difference is the mag. It's a 10-round mag that you can have in New York, and it's pinned. So in order for, that's the only difference. And
but see, here's the thing. What does that accomplish?
It doesn't accomplish anything. But because there's the mag like that and it's pinned, it also affects how you load the gun. So I showed you. I had to pop it open.
Yeah.
And keep the mag. But
I know.
that's the dumb way to do it.
It's fucking retarded.
Yeah,
like that's my whole point.
yeah,
Like it
it's
makes absolutely no sense what either one of those states does, and for that matter, Illinois can fucking eat a bag of dicks too because they're
yeah,
just as bad as well.
yeah, and
Like
like
I mean, there's so many fucking. Well, I think
it's
New
dumb
York,
because
Illinois, and California. Oh, and Jersey. Jersey's fucking bad too.
Jersey's the worst.
And
But what I'm
fucking
trying to understand.
Maryland is fucked too. Like
Oh yeah,
there's a handful of
there's
really
a
really
crap
fucked
load
up
of them,
states.
dude. There's a crap load of them. But what I have to say that is what it doesn't make sense to me. I can do the same amount of damage with a 10-round mag and if I had a 30-round mag. What are they trying to save? Oh, 20 less bullets. All right, I'll just I'll just load another 10. No fucking issue. What are they trying to accomplish with? All right, you can have a 10-round mag, but you can't have a 30-round mag.
Because
Those 10
because
bullets can fucking kill you too. What's the difference?
because it's all about control. We know
That's
that.
it.
It
That's it.
has nothing to do with anything other than them possessing the power to control you.
Because that gun is just as deadly as that fucking 30-round mag than the 10-round mag. Yeah, the 30-round shoots more bullets, but listen, I can load that up with the feeder, which is just as good as throwing another mag in a gun like down by you, because you have the side feeders, which are legal. Go figure. It makes no fucking sense. You might as well legalize a 30-round mag at that point. But it's just, like you said, it's a control thing, because you know what? Someone can be a crazy fuck and walk into a school or into a government building with a 10-round mag AR or a 30-round mag AR and do the same amount of damage. And if
So
I want
my question is, at what point do Americans say enough is enough? I mean, it's kind of like I use this analogy all the time. It's the frog that's in a pot of cold water, and then you turn on the flame, and it just slowly starts getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And that frog doesn't know he's in trouble till he's already boiling, and it's too late. And that's what they're doing to us. We're that frog in that pot of water, and the flame is on, and that water's heating up. But most Americans are too fucking stupid to realize that we're in trouble.
Oh yeah. Oh well, yeah, we've established that. Did you guys hear about that whole that crazy fuck that killed his 3 kids?
I haven't heard about
Chad,
that. I
Chad.
don't even really watch the news anymore, bro. It's too
Well,
fucking
it ain't
idiotic.
really on the news. I didn't see it on the news. I was seeing it on Facebook and YouTube. But I guess earlier this week or end of last week, some crazy fucking father must be fucking something wrong in his head. Crazy fucking monster this guy is. He was fine. He was a good father, good husband. Everything was fine. All of a sudden, he went fucking nuts. He killed 2 of his kids, and the third one ran off. He goes in, finds the third one, drags him back to his yard. Neighbors are outside watching him, hearing the mom and the kids scream. Shoots the other kid, dead, the one that ran off. And then the mom's trying to stop him at the same time, and he shoots her through the hand. He killed his 3 fucking kids.
Where did this happen at?
I don't know where it happened. I think it was down south somewhere or Midwest. It was
So
somewhere. His name was
this is
Chad something.
this is all transpiring. Why didn't anybody fucking blow his fucking brains out of his
What I
fucking
don't
skull?
understand, the mother was trying to reach fucking for his gun, and she got shot in the hand. But by that time, 2 other kids were already fucking dead. And I just don't understand.
Americans have become so fucking stupid at this
I
point.
wouldn't
Probably they were
fucking.
outside videotaping it instead of trying to
Yeah,
stop it.
that's what I'm saying. If I was that mother, I think at some point she did get the gun. She did get the gun from him. Why didn't she fucking put one between his eyes?
So now the wife and all 3 kids are dead.
No, the wife's alive. He shot her through the
Okay.
hand. He
Oh, I
killed
thought you said in
his
the
3
head.
kids. No, I said, why
Okay.
didn't the wife grab his gun and put one between his eyes?
So now she's fucking
Now,
lost All three
She
of her
lost
kids.
all her boys and witnessed them get murdered. And her fucking crazy husband, that wasn't crazy before, she lost him now too. Because he's going to be in prison for life. He should be
So
getting a chair.
I've said for a long time, because everyone talks about, or not everyone, but fucking batshit crazy liberals talk about how there's a gun problem in this country, right? And I've said for a long time that there is 1000% absolutely not any gun problem in this country, because guns have been around forever. And the fucking AR has been around since the late 1950s. Hell, in the 1960s and 1970s, high schools had rifle teams, then they used the AR-15. So nothing has fucking changed with the gun. The only thing that has changed is what we are doing as a society. And that comes down, and that's the thing. People don't want to face what the true problem is. The true problem is multifaceted. We've taken God out of the schools. We've fucking have isolated Christianity, and we've basically made Christianity almost a bad word. We have basically given our kids like fucking all these violent movies, violent video games. We don't spend time with our kids. The American family breaks down and it turns into, single mother families or single father families or what have you. And that makes for a child that is going to probably have problems. And if you're not going to get your child the help they need, it's just going to fester. And our mental health system in this country is broken. Our mental health system, if you try to get somebody help in many states, it takes months and months and months.
Listen,
And
you
when
know
you
what they
try to
did
get them
back in the
help,
day?
it's almost impossible to get them help.
You know what they did back in the day with mental health, people with severely mental health problems? And it worked. You didn't have the problems you did back then. They would lock them up in these fucking loony bins. Whatever happened to that? Lock them up in fucking loony bins. Put them away.
Well,
if you're
and
fucking hearing voices, you're
on
going to
that
kill people,
on
lock
that
them up.
note, what are our liberal politicians doing? They're fighting for lighter prison sentences for those who commit violent crimes. So we've got guys in jail, and girls for that matter, that are committing armed robbery, murder, attempted murder, aggravated assault, domestic violence, and we're letting them out of jail. These are people who are proven time and time again that they cannot function as a productive member of society. And we let them out of their fucking cage, and we basically tell them to go do it again.
Yeah. I mean, look what's going on in these stores out in California and liberal states. Even mom and pop stores now, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $10,000 loss. I mean, $1 million loss to these big stores like Target and Walmart or CVS or Walgreens might be nothing to them, but they're stealing from these little mom and pop shops where a $300 bill can make a difference, can put them underneath. You know what I mean? They're fucking stealing right in front of customers, employees, and they're not allowed to stop them. They're not allowed to stop them. Oh, we can't do nothing.
It's a fucked up world we live in, man. Like,
if I owned a store,
everywhere I go right now, every fucking post on Facebook, everywhere I turn, all I see is fucking rainbows because everyone's advertising how cool it is to be gay. Like, is it still fucking Pride Month? Is it over yet? Because
I don't fucking know.
I've just about had it up to the fucking gills with the fucking rainbows. Like, I'm telling you, bro, on fucking July 1st,
Miami's rainbow over there.
July 1st, I am posting on Facebook. Pride Month is fucking over. I love pussy. I like to eat pussy. I like to fuck pussy. I'm a proud fucking heterosexual. And if you don't like it, fuck you. Because I listen to you talk about ass raping other men for the last 30 fucking days.
It's fucking sick, dude.
It
It's
is.
sick. And the
It's
worst thing is when they go after our kids and want them to have sex changes and take hormone pills. Like I
That's
said,
fucking
all these,
child abuse. That's
yeah,
child
all
abuse.
these fucking young, confused kids that never even had sex yet or had their first fucking girlfriend or boyfriend know no better. They get them brainwashed where and then they make it to the point that the parents got no say. Oh, you can go to the doctors and if you have all control of your body. Bullshit. You're under my roof. You can't do nothing. If you go to the doctors, that doctor's telling me everything. Everything. No, they make it for the fucking kids to be safe and this and that. And when they're really not safe and they're using them as crutches. And once they get them on these hormone pills or testosterone pills or whatever and do these sex changes, you've seen some of these kids come out of the woodwork and realize how crazy that they were trying to get them to change and stuff. And a lot of them now are dealing with severe mental illness and depression because they can't go back to their normal selves. Their medication that they gave them, the sex changes or whatever, screwed them up so bad that now when they're trying to go back to their normal self, they don't look like a girl nor a boy. You don't know what the fuck they are.
I'm going to tell you how screwed up it is in a minute. But before I do, I want to touch on one comment that Emerald Coast Stacker said, because I was going to bring this up, but he put it in the comments and it deserves to be mentioned. He said, "Did you all see that LGBT group that was highlighted at the Dodgers
Yeah,
game, pole
the
dancing?
nun, something
Christ
nun.
on the cross. It was sickening." And
And
I
also
can
had a Jesus competition. Who wore the best Jesus costume? It's fucking sick.
I could not believe that I was watching that.
I was telling my father-in-law this when I was down in South Carolina a week or two ago, because he's a big baseball fan. He loves it all the sports. And I told him flat out, I said, "How can you even watch sports anymore?" "Well, it's just a game, man." I said, "I mean, football, hockey, NASCAR, fucking basketball, all that shit." I said, "They're nothing but a bunch of fucking liberals that kneel to the flag, that exploit our kids and push that fucking narrative. It's not a fucking game anymore. It's just another form of propaganda. Even the commercials during these games. Like, if you're watching sports right now, and this might be controversial, but you're not fucking patriotic. If you're gonna fucking watch that and give them money and give them the views, I mean, come on.
All right, now I'm going to tell you how screwed up it really has gotten, because I don't know if I have ever said this, but I can confirm 1000% that this is true. Because at my airline, we had a pilot like this. If there's a pilot that decides they want to have a sex change,
Oh my god.
it
They'll
is
pay
because
for it.
you brought up the hormones and how badly they fuck you up, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, now pilots can have sex changes and they can take these hormones and they can still be deemed fit to fly by the FAA. And I know this for a fact because we had a pilot at our airline that was a guy, but decided one day to wake up and become a woman. And it was on all kinds of hormones. And the FAA will not touch it because it's not politically correct. But yet the FAA has so many restrictions on every single medical condition out there: diabetes, cardiac conditions, all kinds of fucking conditions that they say, well, you can't fly until you do this, 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 and this. And you might be going through testing for a year or 2 years before you can get back into the flight deck. But for somebody who literally is taking hormones that fuck them up and make them crazy, and I watched this person become like, I never flew with it. It was a first officer. I never flew with it. I don't know if I should say he or she because I'm not sure what it is. So I'm just saying
It's
it.
fine.
I
It's
don't
fine.
mean that. I don't mean that to be disrespectful. I mean that because I don't know if I should say he or she. I'm
No,
not sure.
you should definitely mean it to be disrespectful. You should.
Because one day it was a he and one day it was a she. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
so
it.
it's like what is it?
It's an
But
it.
I can tell you that if I ever did have to fly with it, there is no way in fuck I would have gotten out of the flight deck to fucking use the bathroom. I would
So
not trust it in the flight deck without me. Ain't
Silverstruck
no.
says the U.S. is turning into a bad Jerry Springer episode.
I'll tell you what, actually, I'm going to one up Silverstruck and I'm going to tell him that Jerry Springer was not as interesting and as hard to believe as what we're living.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you cannot write a movie script like this. I would have never dreamt you could write, you could even dream up the shit that we're living. But
You know
here
the
we
show
are.
South Park?
I watched a few episodes back in the day.
Whoever knows South Park. So South Park would take like real life scenarios, what's going on, and they would fucking make jokes on it. And, you know, people would be really dumb and they would act like they don't know nothing. And it was fun because it was like, oh, you know, they're making this real life situation into a joke. It's funny. But in reality now, South Park now, it's not a joke. Like you look at the old episodes when the world wasn't as crazy and you're like, oh yeah, you know, that's funny. You know, they're making fun of what's going on in the world, and you know, luckily we're not that bad. You know, they're just trying to make, dude, they're fortune tellers because now we're that bad. Like everyday life in America is like a South Park episode. Like fucking people are dumb. They're
Yeah.
dumb. Like they did this episode where city folks from liberal cities were moving out of cities and going into small towns and pretty much ruining the small towns. Like at first it was good because business is booming, all the mom and pop stores are really busy, taxes are getting lowered because all these people are moving out, and then all of a sudden prices go up. Hard to find property. You know, they really ruin it. And it was funny because like you could tell they were like leaning towards woke liberal city people. And, you know, the only words they could say was like Tesla, 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 Starbucks, Starbucks, Tesla, Starbucks. You know, just stupid shit. And it's true. Like, you know, I was watching it, I'm like, man, they nail it right on the head. And they just go, they're not, I don't know how are not canceled. You know, they've canceled other shows that were not, like Dukes of Hazzard. They canceled that because of the rebel flag. Something so stupid. They've canceled so many other things and actors for something so stupid. South Park actually flat out says these things, touches on the most controversial things, and they're not one-sided. You know, they pick on both sides. But I've noticed it's more like they pick more on the woke or whatever. I noticed that. But you know, it's crazy. It's like real freaking life. They even did an episode on so you know how all these guys that decide to become women join sports. And they say, oh, we should be able to play with the women. You know, we're not strong anymore. We're taking the bullshit. Oh, like I've always said, the weakest man is stronger than the strongest woman. Men have the strength, women have the smarts. That's how it's always been. Now, are there strong women out there? Yes, absolutely. But if you're going by the average, men have the strength, women have the smarts. So this one lady on the show, she was a liberal, all for LGBTQ, all for transgenders, all for, you know, rights and blah 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 blah, the typical liberal bullshit. And she's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm excited to play with the first, play against the first transgender, you know, what do they call it? If it's a man that turns into a girl, is that a transgender male or transgender female? What's the right? What do they say that is? Male?
I think the scientific term would be a freak.
Yeah, freak. So whatever, the freak shows up. She's about to see it for the first time, and what they did, they took Randy Savage, and they put a pink tank top on him, and he even sounded like, I'm gonna beat you up, like, and then her eyes, you could tell, like, her eyes were popping out of her head, like, oh shit. And then shortly after, she tried to be political correct, but at the same time admitting that it's BS. He shouldn't be allowed to play. And that's exactly what's going on here. Like, they're joining these women's sports, and you could tell they're 6 foot tall, 6'5", 7 foot tall, 300 pounds, fucking muscle. And the only difference is that they got long hair and it's in a bun. Oh, I'm female now. Like, of course you're gonna beat women in a fight. Of course you're gonna beat women in a race. Of course you're gonna beat women in powerlifting. Because you're a fucking man. Now, it's the weakest man that can't beat men, but they know they can beat women, so they join women's sports and they take it away from women. And I mean, there's been men's sports for thousands of years. Women just started playing sports, I'd say, in the last, 70 years maybe?
Here's the thing, though.
80 years, and they're taking it away from them.
A lot of women are so stupid, they applaud that. They applaud that because they're like, oh, equal rights. Really? So you're applauding the fact that a man is whooping your ass and you think that's okay?
Yeah. Or a man's taking away another thing from a woman. You know what I mean? Like, they complain about the pay difference. They complain about this and that. Women fought their for 100 years to try to be equal to men, where they're finally getting paid the same amount. They don't pick by gender; they pick by experience. They're finally, we started allowing women to vote. Which we should always have. Women and men should be equal. But the thing is, women had to fight to get the rights that they have today, because the old school way, women stayed at home, raised the kids, cooked and cleaned. That's how it was for years when your parents were younger. That's how when you were younger. That's how your parents were, your grandparents were. That's how it was. Up until recently, a man and a female, husband and wife, a wife would start working too. Up until recently, it's becoming big. But the thing is, that's how it was. So these women built themselves up to finally have what men have, and the men that say they're women are taken away. Like Nike, for example, that liberal ass company. They have a woman's clothing line, a woman's shoe line, right?
So
Now,
what do you
instead
think?
of finding a woman athlete to sponsor their shoes or their women's sports clothes, no, where do they go? They go to that Dylan Mulvaney, a guy, and let him sponsor the clothes. Like, what the fuck are you thinking?
So what do you think somebody like Rosa Parks or Dr. Martin Luther King would think about this new ideology? I think they'd be rolling in their grave.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
This is what they wanted. I mean, they wanted equality. They fought for equality. They were willing to die for it.
Yeah.
And now we're slipping back into complete inequality and even in some aspects segregation.
Yeah.
We're
But they don't look at it
going
that way.
backwards.
They don't look at it that way. They look at it as, oh, everyone's equal, everyone's great. No. You know what? If he's a guy, he was born a guy, he can look like a girl, dress like a girl, he's a guy. If he wants to sponsor a clothesline, put him on the men's. Even though he ain't really a man, whatever the hell.
Do you see that picture I posted on Instagram last week?
I can't get on my Instagram account.
So I know Constitutional Stacker saw it. Constitutional, go ahead and type in the comments about the man to a woman or woman to a man transition picture I posted on my Instagram. I know Constitutional remembers that because he was having nightmares about that shit. So yeah, like there's no way in hell. Patriotic, basically what it was it was the after effects of what I guess was a sex change operation. I'm not sure if they tried to like turn a pussy into a dick or what exactly I was looking at. I mean, it looked like a fucking bomb went off down there.
Oh, I'm sure, man.
But yeah, there's no way you're gonna sit here and tell me that that's normal. And they want us to accept that that's normal. And I've heard some people even say, if you're not willing to vote to date a fucking transvestite, well, then you're fucking a homophobe.
They're
Well,
trying to push
no,
that.
I just like pussy. I don't like dick. Sorry.
Oh, well, it's got a pussy now. It's a female.
No, that's not a pussy. That's
Come to me.
That's like a goddamn bomb went off down there, and
Exactly.
there's like fucking shit flapping all over the fucking
Come
place.
to
I don't
me.
know what the fuck I'm looking at.
Yeah, come to me when you can fucking birth a child. And if you can birth a child, then we can talk. But you can't birth a child. Come to
Silver
me if you can
Silver
fucking...
Ocean said I missed that one. Oceans, go look at my Instagram. It's pretty. If you dare, actually, on second thought, don't. Make sure if you do look, Oceans, that you have an empty stomach. Don't do it after you ate.
And you got to send me that video. I want to see what you're talking about.
Dude,
But,
it's...
you know what I mean? Like, they're trying. The best part is like you'll watch like Dr. Phil or these shows with psychiatrists. And that Dr. Phil, he's a fucking liberal motherfucker. They had what's his name? He's on the Daily Wire with Ben Shapiro. It's not Ben Shapiro. It's the one that did the documentary of I'm a woman or something. Or what it means to be a woman or something. I forgot his name.
Go look at your iMessages, Patriotic. I just sent you the picture. You'll know what I'm talking about. That's right off my Instagram, and you're gonna fucking puke.
Oh my God! What the fuck is that?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at, dude.
Oh my God! Oh my God! What the fuck are they? This is real life Frankenstein, bro.
Yes, that's my point.
It's a fucking... Oh my God.
That's my fucking point.
Oceans, don't look at it, man. Don't look at it.
For those, and here's my comment. I said, I mean, since it's LGBTQXYZ plus month, this is appropriate, right? I'm sure no woman will be horrified at all when you whip this bad boy out.
Let me suck on that one.
Yeah.
You know,
stick that down your throat, baby. Deep throat that fucker.
Might taste some stitches. Oh my God. But like I was saying,
don't mind the fucking pus from the infection running down the back of your throat.
Oh, come on. Oh. That's the goo that comes out of that one. It ain't sperm, it's fucking pus.
Oceans is looking for it. Oceans, it's on my Instagram. It was posted the fucking date. Where's the fucking date? June 2nd. It's my June 2nd Instagram post.
So, what I was saying, so these scientists or these psychiatrists or whatever are trying to get these people, like, I forgot his name. Maybe someone will know his name. I'll have to see it again. But he's on Daily Wire. He's got the mustache, the black mustache, black hair, glasses. I like listening to him. He's great. He was on the Dr. Phil show, and they're trying to convince him that if you're a male and you become a girl, you're a girl. If you're a girl and you become a man, you're a man. And they're trying to say that there's no proof in science that there's no more than, two genders. There's more genders. And I'm like, What? Who the fuck are they? Of course they're learning this from woke college campuses.
Call me
You got
crazy, but if I wake up in the morning and I jump in the shower and I look down and I see Big Jim and the twins, well, guess what? Fuck, still a guy. Hasn't fucking changed in the last 48 years. My dick is still fucking dangling. I guess I'm still a fucking dude.
the only thing it's done in the 48 years is it's dropped a little bit.
Well, I think the balls drop a little bit more than the dick, but
Oh, they're fucking probably hanging them balls. Probably down your fucking kneecaps.
well, you know what Mrs. Triple P says, size matters.
I'm sure she stretches them out even more. Holy shit. You have to wear
Oh,
golf socks.
I think you picked the wrong thumbnail for tonight, bro. Instead of solving all the world's problems thumbnail, you should have used something like grossing everybody out about bad sexual jokes thumbnail.
Oh my god. Dude, that picture was sick. Sick. And that person will never, ever be able to turn back from that.
Mm-mm.
It would look even
Real.
worse if they
It's fucking real. This is what's happening.
They look like they fucking cut the body in half just to do that surgery. You
And
see
you know
the
what?
stitches from one side to the other.
I knew fucking Instagram wouldn't remove the picture either. You want to know why?
Because it was about pride and transgenderism.
Yeah, because it's fucking woke. The picture screams wokeness.
Yeah,
So that's okay. It's kind of like if a woman is fucking protesting some political bullshit, she can be topless and have her titties. She can have her titties out and be completely topless.
Post a photo on Instagram about with a dead baby after an abortion. They'll let that fly too. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's lovely.
These people are sick. People are
Let's
fucking
use the
evil.
baby for stem cell research for all the rich people that are battling sickness. Let's make us stronger. They hook up fucking machines to them, all these elites, and they fucking put the dead babies in them, and they're getting pumped up with dead babies, and they're like, yes, I want more, feed me. That's what it is, man.
You want to hear something, dude? This really annoys me. My airline, I can't even really chastise my airline for this because every airline has done this, but that doesn't make it right. My airline has allowed our flight crew members, meaning pilots and flight attendants, but I believe it's directed more at the flight attendants, to start wearing their pronouns on their uniform.
I'll tell you something. Your fucking airlines is just as woke as the rest of them, I guess.
Well, here's the thing, Patriotic. You show me one airline in the United States that's not woke. Show me one.
Southwest is probably the most conservative.
Bullshit.
But they're still woke.
Southwest is woke as fuck. Now, if you want to talk about Southwest back in the day, yes, that was a good old boys club. Herb Kelleher was one of the best airline CEOs to ever step foot on this fucking planet. He was a good old boy from Texas. He ran a good old boy airline. The pilots worked hard. They got paid well. They got treated with fucking respect. It's not like that anymore, bro.
Isn't it still family owned?
No. Southwest is publicly traded.
Oh, recently, right?
Dude, no, for forever, for like the longest fucking time.
Yeah. I've always seen Southwest more conservative out of all of them.
They're woke as fuck. They're every airline is woke as fuck.
They're all woke as fuck, but I would say Southwest is a little better than the rest.
Honestly, I don't see any difference in any of the airlines except for one. And that one airline stands out as being more woke. All the airlines are woke, but there's one airline that stands out as being the king of woke, and that's
American Airlines.
United
Airlines.
United is they wrote the book on being woke.
Fuckers.
Yeah. So United's leading the charge.
How about JetBlue?
They're woke.
You're pretty woke.
They're all woke, dude. They're all the same. Like
They're all fucking
honestly,
run by the
they're
same
all
company.
insert
Bring
airline
back
name
Trump
here.
Airlines. Bring back Trump Airlines.
Like, can we get an airline with like Hooters girls as flight attendants? That would be cool.
Ooh, hell yeah. Hey,
How about
I told
that?
my wife, we were down in South Carolina. I said, look, there's a Hooters and a Twin Peaks right next to each other. Which one?
I'd have to go for Twin Peaks.
I think so too. Because the Hooter girls, any fucking girl off the streets can get a job there as long as you got boobs, but you can be white trash, they'll still hire you. Twin Peaks, they're a lot better.
And a step above Twin Peaks, I think, is probably the Tilted Kilt.
What is it?
The Tilted Kilt.
Never heard of it.
They're basically these super small, tiny, hot girls that they got their boobs popping out and they're wearing tiny, tiny little kilts.
Isn't it Twin Peaks? They wear the the flannel top with their boobs popping out. I think they're tight jeans, tight short shorts, Daisy Dukes, right?
Yeah, Mrs. Triple P and I went to a Twin Peaks not too long ago. Hey, honey, when did we go to Twin Peaks? A couple months ago? There's a Twin Peaks in Fort Myers. We went there for a few drinks, I think about a few months ago. It's
have a lot
right. I mean, it's nothing to brag about. And
there's a lot of fucking Hooters in New York, but there's no Twin Peaks. First time I seen the Twin Peaks was in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh, Texas.
I mean, it's basically just overpriced beer. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just overpriced beer.
It's kind of like a Buffalo Wild Wings in a way. Wings and fucking, burgers, typical in beer.
Yeah, I'm not.
Listen, if
I'm
I
not
want
really a big fan of any chains, to be honest with you. I prefer the ma and pa places.
Me too. Me too. I'll tell you, you want to go to a good place if you ever go to Myrtle Beach. It's called Broadway on the Beach or Boardwalk on the Beach or whatever. It's like a giant shopping area. There's this place called Charlie's. It's a restaurant. And they pretty much, they sell burgers and stuff like that. And when I was down there, I got this burger. It was the chili burger. And the burger was, freshly made, with ground beef and whatever spices they put on it. And then they put cheese. And then they put, what was it? Onion rings or on top of the cheese. And then they put the chili over top. And the chili acts like a dome and holds it underneath. Oh, dude. It was so fucking good. We went back the next day and got the same.
Sounds very unhealthy.
Oh, give me a break. Are you rather die eating a salad or die eating a fucking chili burger?
I'd rather not die at all.
If you have to die and it's your last day, you going to eat a fucking salad or you going to eat a chili burger?
Neither. I'd probably want some stone crab, probably some filet mignon, medium rare.
Listen, red meat ain't good for you.
Well, it's better than fucking a greasy burger with chili.
Red meat's not good for you. But listen, you got to live a little. Everything in moderation. Everything in moderation, man. If you work out and you're healthy and you drink a lot of water, you know what I mean? And you can treat yourself. You can have a fucking burger once a week.
I know.
Once a week.
I had I kind of splurged a little bit on Father's Day. Mrs. Triple P and I went out for a nice dinner.
And just remember, alcohol's more fattening than any fucking food you can eat.
You don't even want to know what I had for Father's Day, bro. We went to, and for anybody that's in Southwest Florida, I am going to give you a tip right now. You have to go to this place. It's off the beaten path. I've had wings all over the place, but these are the best wings you will ever have in your entire fucking life. The place is called Hog Bodies, and their wings are unlike any other wings anywhere that I have ever fucking had.
You gotta come up here and go to Planet Wings.
Dude, I'm telling you, I've had wings probably in all 48 contiguous United States. Old Man Jenkins said, where? Okay. It's in Fort Myers. It's called Hog Bodies, Hogbodys. It's on Bayshore Road, approximately 1 mile east of I-75 on the south side of Bayshore Road. How's that for being precise?
Yeah, you go there a lot.
Yes, off of Bayshore Road, south side, 1 mile east of 75. Hog Bodies. And get the Gold Rush. That's the flavor to get. Gold Rush with fucking blue cheese dressing. Fucking getting hungry thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm more of a chicken guy myself. Grilled chicken, all types of grilled chicken. My wife, most of the meals she makes in this house consist of chicken. Chicken. If it's not chicken, it's turkey. Like we took out the red meat, so if she makes meatloaf, it's turkey. If she makes what's it called, kibasi, it's turkey kibasi. If she makes burgers, it's turkey.
You there, Patriotic? You cut out, bro.
Or something, or just have a nice steak meal.
Ah, there you are. You cut out for a minute. Now I got you.
Oh, so you didn't hear what I said?
No, I heard turkey kielbasi or some shit like that.
No. Most of the food that my wife makes in the house is pretty much turkey and chicken.
It's good, man. That's healthy. That's good fucking clean, lean protein.
Yeah. Once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, we'll have like a steak of beef tenderloin. But the house, like I've said to you, you know how my wife is. With fucking red dyes and junk food and shit.
Well, I mean, and she's got good reason to be. I think
absolutely.
processed foods are killing us.
Absolutely. So
I agree with your wife 100%.
Yeah,
I mean, she's onto something, because we haven't had the type of health problems that we're having now ever since processed foods have increased. And if you look at the increase in the amount of processed foods we're eating and the increase in the amount of cancer we're seeing, there's a direct correlation.
Yep.
Silver Ocean said, how far away am I from the fun show? I think the fun show's in Orlando, right, Mrs. Triple P? Okay, so if it's in Orlando,
did you go last time?
The fun show, I think I'm 2.5 to 3 hours away. I live in Cape Coral. That's Southwest Florida, so it's near Fort Myers.
Did you go last year?
I did not. I had to work. Story of my fucking life. That's all I ever do is work.
You going this year?
Fuck no, probably not. I'm probably going to be working. I don't know. We'll see. You might be hunting. Wait, is that the time of the hunting trip? Mm-hmm. We're going hunting again. Deer hunting in Alabama again in January. I don't know.
Yeah, I talked to Liberty today on the phone. First time in a while. Gave me a couple updates.
Yeah, it's in some interesting updates. I talked to him a few days ago.
Yeah. I didn't know nothing, but fucking, because my Instagram, I told you, can't get back on it because I lost the password. And I tried to reactivate it, but it's showing my phone's not in the system. It's showing my email's not in the system. So I don't know what the fuck I did to sign it up. But so I can't get back on that. So I got to start a new one. And he bought something off the auction the other day, and he called me up to see if I received the money and stuff. And we were talking for about a good hour. And he told me fucking a few things already, but
yeah, let's not.
I'm not gonna mention nothing, but okay. I'm saying it's fucked up.
Yeah, let's just. It's not our place to talk about that now.
Oh yeah.
Silver Oceans wants to get to Florida, dude. You need to come down. You could fucking move here. You'll never fucking leave. It's
He's
basically,
got a long fucking trip to get there, boy.
well, hold on. There's oceans in Florida, so you could still be silver oceans too. It's basically California without the liberalism.
Yeah, you can do the caption clean silver oceans because California beaches are dirty, full of liberals.
Just left.
Where's that at, baby?
Headed toward Myrtle Beach and Oak Island.
Is it turning into a hurricane?
Yep.
Oh, Mrs. Triple P's monitoring the weather.
They're getting a big storm in the Carolinas.
Yeah, that's what she was just showing me. It looks like it's starting to get organized.
And my mom.
So you got nothing to worry about.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mrs. Triple P, grandma-in-law Triple P is in North Carolina right now. So that'll be fun.
That's not good.
Frank said, love Florida, moving outside Tampa next year. Hey, Frank, where specifically? Where outside of Tampa? That's probably like 2 hours from me. Old Man Jenkins is asking if we're getting a hurricane. Mrs. Triple P would be the one to ask. Hold on. Mrs. Triple P is the meteorologist. Old Man Jenkins wants to know if we're getting a hurricane.
I wasn't looking for Southwest Florida. I was looking for North Carolina.
Well, you were talking about Brett.
Brett's still way out there.
Okay, so we're not getting a hurricane yet.
Keep an eye on Brett.
Yeah, it'll probably blow by and be nothing.
By the way, Mrs. Triple P gets all of her weather information from Mike's weather page on Facebook. And I laughed at her at first, but this motherfucker knows what he's talking about. Like, this is no bullshit. Like, I don't know the fucking guy from Heads or Tails, but I'm telling you, if you guys have never heard of Mike's weather page on Facebook, go look him up, because he is the guy that fucking called, what was the last storm that hit us? Hurricane Ian. Hurricane Ian was supposed to go up into fucking North Florida, closer up towards the Panhandle. And Mike's weather page was saying the whole fucking time, nope, it's going to hit Fort Myers. It's going to hit Fort Myers. It's going to hit Fort Myers. Motherfucker. The last few days, I watched those spaghetti tracks get further and further and further south. I'm like, this motherfucker's going to nail it. Sure as shit, he did. And here's the funny thing. The guy's not even a fucking meteorologist. Like, he is and he isn't. He has no degree in meteorology, but he's better than anybody with a meteorology degree.
Well, let's be honest. These weather guys you see on TV or through the Weather Channel or whatever, it's just a bunch of guessing games.
They're entertainers. They're entertainers.
It's guessing games. And even their weather guys, like the people that tell them what the weather's going to be, the ones that look it up and study it, whatever they call them, they don't even know what they're talking about. Like, for example, when I went down to Myrtle Beach 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, they said that whole week it was going to rain. It rained one day we were down there. One fucking day. This week was supposed to be a shitty week in New York. It didn't. It rained 2 days. That was it. Like, they're always wrong. And when they are right, they fucking, it's once in a blue moon.
Here's the thing, dude. It's so fucking easy to be to forecast the weather in Florida too, because it's the same fucking thing every day, and they still fucking get it wrong. Like, it's gotten to the point where before I make my PA to the passengers and we push back, I don't even fucking look at the weather half the time. I know what it's going to do.
Yeah, it's going to rain for 5 seconds, and then it's going to be sunny, and then it's going to rain for 5 minutes, and then it's going to be sunny, and it's going to rain for 5 minutes, and it's going to be sunny, on and off all day.
Well, it'll be in the lower 80s with some humidity in the morning, increasing clouds as the afternoon goes on. We'll probably see some scattered showers and thunderstorms around 3 o'clock to 8 o'clock in the evening, with some gradual clearing overnight, temps returning back down to the mid to upper 80s. Dude, same fucking thing. 6 months out of the fucking year.
Dude, when we go down to Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood Beach area, I'm telling you, like, the weather's beautiful. I would live there, because this is how they get rain. It'll be 80 degrees, 90 degrees all day, and then it'll rain for 30 minutes, and it, clear up, and it'll rain, and the sun and clouds are, the sun's still out. It's still light. You know what I mean? It's not like that depressing rain. And then the rain goes away, dries up, and then it rains again for a quick, 10 to 15, 20, 30 minutes.
Because you have to understand something about a shower and a thunderstorm, Patriotic. The life cycle from beginning to end is significantly less than an hour. The cloud forms, it builds. It's like a fucking 17 or 18-year-old dude on prom night. It fucking builds quick and it blows its load very quick and it's fucking gone.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, man, it's nice down there. That's how I like it. Like in New York, you'll have beautiful days, but when it rains, it's gonna rain all fucking day. You know what I mean? It'll rain all day.
The only time that we really get an all-day downpour is if there's some type of tropical or subtropical system that's looming out in the Gulf of Mexico that's causing a little bit of a disturbance on the coast. But other than that, it's like it's the same fucking pattern. And in the wintertime, it's it's even easier in the wintertime. In the wintertime, clear skies. Highs in the upper 70s. Tomorrow, clear skies, highs in the upper 70s with temperatures in the 50s overnight. Fucking next night, clear skies, highs in the upper 70s. Like, you could literally fucking pay a fucking monkey to deliver the weather forecast.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you something. I don't know how people live in Washington State or in, like, Oregon or in, like, Maine. All they get is rain, like, every day. And it's dark and gloomy. Like, ugh. New York, our summers, we probably get a rainfall once a week or maybe once every 2 weeks. But when it rains all day. But other than that, it's beautiful day, every day. In the summer, New York's beautiful. 80s, 90s. I always get a heat wave for a week. It'll probably be 100, 101, 102. But yeah, we just get enough rain to keep the grass green and the gardens growing and the plants fed, and that's it. It's pretty.
It doesn't get that hot in Florida. We usually get to like the mid to upper 90s. We might hit 96, 97, but it feels a lot hotter because we got damn near 100% humidity.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
it feels like a sauna.
It was weird because when summertime and we'll have our spring, which is in its 50s, 60s. On a nice spring day, it'll be in its low 70s, but a lot of rain. Summer comes around, we'll have 3 to 4 months straight heat. I'd say average low 80s to 90s. Beautiful summer days, But New York around mid-July to mid-August, within that time, there's a week that there's a heat wave. We always get a heat wave, and it could be 100 degrees for a week or two. And then it goes back to the 80s and 90s. But the humidity really...
made a point. He said he just keeps it tuned to the Mexican Weather Channel.
Yeah.
That they like fucking do a topless, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or fucking titties half out.
Yeah.
Speaking of titties, I have a little bit of a special announcement. I was going to save it, but I think I'm going to just go ahead and fucking hit it right now.
You got Mrs. Triple P a boob job?
No. She doesn't need a boob job. Her tits are perfect.
Well, I don't know if you want them to be triple Z's or something.
No. She's got double D's and they're fucking perfect.
B's?
She's got double D's and they are perfect.
Oh.
So no, here's the thing. I am right now collaborating with another member of the community, and I'm not going to say who it is until we agree on a price, but I am going to be potentially making the Sexy Women of Silver topless silver rounds. And I already have...
I know who you're talking about.
I already have. You do. Yes, you do. I already have several women lined up to be the models on these rounds. But what makes them different is they're just not any pictures of women. These are actually female stackers from within our silver community. Women that we all know and that we all watch on YouTube.
Wait. So they're women channels?
Yes, sir.
Women that are in our community, their channels are doing topless silver
Yes,
coins.
sir. If this individual and I can agree on a price, yes, sir.
Me to a woman that makes content in our community. Name me one, because I don't know any.
I'll tell you offline because I have yet to find one that wants their name to be on the coin. But I will. You'll know. You'll know. And Patriotic, you've known me long enough to know that I don't bullshit.
I know that the only girl I know in our community that makes content is, what's her name? Mrs. Coin Crew?
Dude, there's everyone who's listening to this, you just think about all of the females out there, and there's more than Mrs. Coin Crew, and Mrs. Coin Crew is not one of them, for the record.
I hope not.
So, and I will not confirm nor deny any others, but these are actual women from the community that will be
70-year-olds,
topless. They will be topless on these rounds.
Like, you put a limit on age, right? Like, you didn't do a 65-year-old, topless.
None of them are ugly.
Did you put a limit on the age? There's not like an 80-year-old fucking.
I would say the oldest woman is probably mid-40s.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you get them, and they're all like old ladies, and their tits are hanging down their fucking knees.
No. There's not going to be any of that.
Holy fuck! There ain't enough surface on the coin. You got to make it like a 10-ounce bar.
Emerald Coast Stacker said bin.
I'm so fucked up, ain't I?
Yeah. So I'm thinking about making 20 of them. I'm going to have them serialized 1 through 20, and each female model
by the boob size. You should
each
find
female
out
model. Just for the record, no, I am not paying any of these women. They're doing it because they want to do it, and the only thing that I have promised each woman who does this is 1 free coin.
You did this, so then you got to make more than 20. How many women are doing this?
As of right now, I have 5.
So 5. So their limits your 20 to 15.
No.
You're gonna do 20
5,
and 5 extra.
So each woman's gonna have 4 coins.
Oh, they're getting 1 of each. So
each woman's so there's gonna be, so like, say
there's gonna be 20 to the public, and then the rest are made for them.
One of the coins with that woman goes to that woman, and the other 3 coins I'm more than likely going to auction off.
Oh, so you only have 3 or 4 to sell.
Yes, I'm going to auction. It's going to be the Sexy Women of Silver live auction. If I do this, the guy I'm collaborating with, if we can agree on a price and we can swing a deal, you can bet your ass he's going to get full props and full credit for a job well done.
You're gonna have to be careful.
Are they going to be pressed?
Hold on, what, Mrs. Triple P?
You're gonna have to be careful of the auction title name.
Yeah, I might have to be a little careful with the title for the auction because there are some family members that watch my channel.
Well, unfortunately, even though it sounds cool, I'll be out on bidding on those coins, because if I bought one, my wife would cut my cock off. And second of all, I want to know who they are. I don't want to know I have a coin with 80-year-old boobies on it.
No, bro, seriously, like the oldest woman is like in her mid-40s. I can promise you there's none of them are in their 50s.
Fucking hilarious, bro. You got to do one for the women now too. You got to make a coin for the women to get. What are you going to go around asking guys for their dick?
No. We're not. We're no. We're not. No, we're not doing that.
Yeah. We just
Fuck
we
that.
did the women's booze, but now we gotta go around to the guys in the community and get dick pics.
You go ask guys for dick pics. I'm not asking guys for dick pics. Fuck that.
Oh shit.
You lost your damn mind, bro.
Wait, do balls. Do balls. Do balls instead.
No. The bitchin' balls of bullion.
Holy fuck. Oh my god, you are crazy, man. And I know exactly who's making them for you. He's just as crazy.
If we can agree on a fair price, then yes. Then I'm gonna pull the trigger and I'm going to probably have 20 of them made. And
Old man Jenkins says the men of the stacking community.
and the beauty of it is the people that buy these rounds will know.
For hire.
The people that buy these rounds will know that they'll know that it was an actual member of the community that's on the coin.
Johnson's right.
Right. Fuck that. No. Sick. Oh, fucking gross.
Dick coins. Dick coins.
No, you have to admit. I mean, I'm the only one in the community ballsy enough to try to pull this off. And here's what surprised me. When I started quietly advertising for some female stackers that may want to do this, I was actually surprised at some of the women that came forward.
I didn't know there was more than there was that many women stacking community. It just shows I really get around in this community. I just feel like a dick now. Yeah.
You're just a fucking Johnson for hire, bro.
Oh shit.
Jeez.
If I'm gonna do it, I need to be in a 100-ounce bar to capture all my. He's got oh shit! You got a
100-ounce bar. I need a fucking 1,000-ounce Comex slab. Shit, man.
Listen here, fucking shroom. Stubby.
Oh man.
Long John Stacker.
But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I will bet you right now. I would bet you another 10-ounce bar right now that if I make these fucking rounds, I bet you every one of them is going to fucking sell out with that auction.
I'm not going to bet on that because I can name you like 20 fucking perverts in this community that would so that would be a dumb loss on my part. But I'm not going to bet on that. But I will tell you that we'll see that 10-ounce bar soon.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I'm telling you, I predicted that the price would drop, but I also am predicting that it's still hitting $30.
I just
agree. I know we can go because see, here's the thing. I think the pivot is coming.
We're in the second. We're in the second half.
Hold on, bro. Silver Oceans actually did a video on this. Oceans, if you're still in the chat, I watched that fucking video and I agree with you. I think that the Fed taking a pause on raising rates could signal the pivot, and the pivot could mean a bull run coming for precious metals. So
I do agree that silver's going to jump up this year. I absolutely see that, but I don't see it hitting 30. And we had Sal on, we had Campbell Coins on, and they also agree too. There's you got people that agree with you and people that agree with me, but it's looking like a lot of people don't think it's going to hit 30.
I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. So what matters is what the actual price does.
Yeah, what's going to happen. But I have to say, Sal,
Patriotic, what you bought last night.
Uncle
Courtesy
Sal's
of
pretty good.
That live.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Mrs. Triple P reminded me of something. I am going to be doing a video on this too, I think. And I think this is going to be so insane.
Well, there's only 6 people in the chat, so let me know what you got.
I think this is going to be so insane that
Would you buy a 2-ounce gold coin?
no. It's a 2-ounce silver coin.
Oh, the maple?
Nope. Try again. High premium, high relief, and it's. I'll give you guys a dead
Perth mint?
giveaway.
Perth
See
mint?
who can get. Huh?
Perth mint?
No. It's a Bullion Exchanges exclusive. That should be the dead giveaway.
No, I don't know.
Oh, come on.
Is it from the RCM?
No. Let's
No,
see
it's
who
probably
can.
from
I
the
just
Royal
told
Mint.
you
It's
a Bullion Exchanges
it's the Royal
exclusive.
Mint. It's a Royal Mint new Tudor.
It's a Bullion Exchanges exclusive. It is not from any mint.
Oh, it's Bullion Exchange made it.
Yes.
So I don't know. I haven't
And
been
I
on
think,
Bullion
and
Exchange.
I am calling this to be the coin of the decade.
I don't know what it is. What is it?
Come on, chat. You guys got to know this. Who's in the fucking chat? You got to fucking know this. Is this coin really that much of a huge secret right now? Fuck, I'm glad I only paid $230 for the fucker. Because it's going to fucking go up once it catches on. People are being quiet. Oceans, you got to know.
The
Oh,
pistol?
there it is. Oceans. He said the pistol. He's close.
Oh, fucking Empire Precious Metals were selling some 2-ounce pistol coins.
It's the revolver.
Yeah. That's what he was selling, revolver.
Have you actually looked at the coin?
Yeah, that coin, that's been out for a while now, though.
It's been out for a few months. Yeah, and
Yeah,
nobody's fucking making videos on it. Nobody's
Empire
buying
Precious
it. Nobody's picking up on it. This thing is one
Empire
of the
Precious
best.
Metals.
It's
It's
what?
weird because that's not a Bullion Exchange exclusive either. They say it's an exclusive, but it's other wholesalers sold it.
Right, but it's made by Bullion Exchanges.
Yeah.
It's a Bullion Exchanges exclusive. It says it right on the. Huh?
It's a coin, though, from a mint, but it's a Bullion Exchange exclusive.
It is a coin, and
from
it is
New Way or somewhere.
It's Republic of Chad, and it's I believe it's 10,000 francs is the denomination.
Yeah, he sold a lot of them. I think he was selling them for like $70 or $100, something like that.
No way. No way.
Yeah, I think
no
so.
Way.
It wasn't much.
There's no way he sold it for $70, dude. That would barely be over spot. It's a 2-ounce coin. It's a 2-ounce coin.
Yeah, he sold it for cheap. Maybe not 70, but it was like 100 and something.
No, he would have lost his ass. I mean, it never sold for less than $200.
No. This was a while ago. Yeah, I didn't buy one. I didn't bother with it.
Emerald Co-Stacker said low mintage. You're correct. It's only minted to 5,000 pieces. I'm telling you, and the AK is coming out in October, from what I understand. This is the first in series. The revolver is the first in series, and the series is called Weapons of War. The revolver is the first. What's that?
I said I agree with Ocean. He said super cool, but I think it's ultimately gimmicky.
It is gimmicky, but hey, I'm Pistol Packing Pilot, right? So I've got to have it.
Yeah, that stuff is hard though. Like, yeah, most of those coins, like they'll make like those exclusive coins, the colorized coins, the designs. Like, I just seen the other day they released the Beavis and Butthead coin. You know what I mean? Like they're cool, but those things really don't do well. Like for example, I bought that gimmicky coin. Remember that Christmas coin from the Perth Mint for my wife on Christmas?
Right.
I bought that for her. It was going for $250, almost $300 online. I looked at the resale recently. It's $150. That's what I paid for it, and I thought I got like a smoking deal. Well, it dropped in value. I noticed a lot of those types of coins. There's not a huge demand for them. They do it for like, just like, kind of a collection piece, a cool piece. But I don't think they're gonna really do well. But they are definitely cool for like the collection, and like you said, your
Well,
Triple
yeah,
P
it's
have a
obviously a collecting piece. It's not something you would stack at that kind
no,
of
yeah.
premium. I mean, you're paying $100 an ounce,
But
right? So it's
I don't see value going up on them. Like, for example, numismatic coins. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't classify it like, oh, it's rare, it's gonna
well,
go up.
but see, here's the thing. That's what people said initially about the gold V75 Eagle,
Well, that's a
and
little different.
no. They were selling initially for, I think, I want to
But
say it
that's
was like twice what spot was
yes, but
initially, and
that's a
then
little different. That's a
but then
lot
you get them
different.
back as a 70, and they're going on eBay for $18,000.
Yeah, but that's a little different because it's an eagle. You know what I mean? It's an eagle. At the end of the day, it's made by a U.S. mint. But these are like, I'm talking about like those colorized coins, those design coins that they're making from New Way, Chad. First of all, a lot of I call them secondary government mints. Chad, New Way,
Right.
Tuvalu. A lot of those coins, they do not go up in value. They do a lot of low mintage stuff and a lot of, cool stuff, but like I don't really see a lot of it. I see a lot of the prices drop later on. Like when I see something cool like the Beavis and Butthead, I want to get those. But right now, I'm not going to spend $150 they want per character. I'm going to wait a year and see a drop, and then I'll pack them up. You know what I mean? It's like the germanium mint, those dogs. The germanium mint colorized coins they put out. They put them out and they want $500 to $800 to $1,000, but in 2 years, it'll probably be 500
But here's
or
here's here's
300.
the thing that Patriotic, and I get what you're saying, but here's the thing that you and a lot of other people are overlooking. You're dogging on this coin, but this coin, if you look at it up close, it is probably one of the most well made, most fine attention to detail coins that I have
Oh,
seen
it
in a
definitely is beautiful.
in
I'm
a
not taking away from that. I'm
that
just saying,
the
it's
art of that coin with the small detail on the coin, like the diamonds and the spades and the clubs and the dice.
yeah, they nailed it.
Oh
They
my
they
God. I mean,
nailed it.
it is a smoking design.
They nailed it. Absolutely. And I'm not disagreeing with you there. But all I'm saying, it's a piece to have because you want it. I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy a lot of them to think that, hey, they're going to be worth double the price and I can flip them for profit, because a lot of those coins, they go down in value, or people
So
just simply forget about them.
oceans, I get that. It looks incredible, but it's not a US coin. And my answer
Well,
to
that don't
that
mean shit either.
my answer to that is look what happened with the fucking Beskar bars. The Beskar bars are
Well, they
technically a
took a
coin,
dump.
but they're not US issued. And the first release of the Beskar bars went largely unnoticed, and it didn't really increase in value until it was almost too late. And then all of a sudden, the price skyrocketed. And then you and I, Patriotic, jumped on the bandwagon for the second
Yeah.
release of these Beskar bars. And you and I fucking stocked up on these fucking 10-ounce Beskars, and it fucking flopped. And now we're fucking holding these Beskar bars with
So,
one hand and our dicks in the other hand, trying to
yeah.
figure out how to flip the fuckers.
But this is where they fucked up. So if they wanted to do this exclusive Beskar bar, one-time release, and keep the value high, they should have released the 2021 Beskar bar, the first one, at 1,000 like they did, and left it alone. What they did that fucked it up. So, because if they left it alone, those first Series 10 Beskar bars be selling right now for $1,000 to $1,500 like they were. They released the second one in 2022, but they did a 3,000 mintage. So, and they didn't change the bar at all. They didn't put it. The only difference is that it had 2022 on it. but they didn't change the bar. They just upped the fucking mintages. So, and then they realized, oh, the sales aren't doing so good on this. And now those Beskar bars are selling for less than what Atmix was charging for them on eBay. And then what they do again, they turn around and release the 2023 one just last week or 2 weeks ago for the same price, starting price at $499, and also 3,000 mintage. They ruined it. They ruined whatever rarity or whatever they ruined that what the price was on them. They ruined that secondary market price.
I agree with you 100% on the Beskar bars. You nailed that spot on. And here's the thing. If that revolver coin takes off, that's great. If it doesn't take off, that's fine too, because I appreciate the piece of artwork that it is, and I appreciate the design, and I will be collecting every single release that comes out in this series, because I think when they release the AK design, I think it is going to be equally as impressive. And then I think there's probably or potentially going to be a lot of people that see, whoa, this is smoking. This is the second in series. What the fuck was the first in series? And they're going to be like, holy cow, that revolver is badass too. And by that time, they're going to be gone. It's going to be sold out. And that ship will have sold.
Yeah, there is a chance where it could go up and stuff. And it could, become like a very sought after coin. But people shouldn't be buying them and acting, and think like it's a big investment. They can make money. You should buy it because you like it and it's cool and you want to have a cool piece in your stack. You know what I mean?
I'm like OCD, right? So if I start a series, I got to finish the series.
Oh yeah, I'm the same way.
So now I don't care how shitty the next release is, whatever it is, I'm buying it no matter the price, no matter how good of a design, no matter how shitty of a design. I mean, I'm a buyer.
Yeah. I mean, you remember those black flag coins, which was like the most sought after collectible coin in the community. Like it was the biggest series out. And the first one, the black beard, and then they did the second one, which was I believe Black Bart, and then they fucked up the series when they released the third one with that fucking what was the Red Flag Fleet? It was the Chinese lady, and they focused on her rather than the pirate ship, so it really ruined that series. And then they came back with the last one, which was beautiful. They went back to like, all right, focusing on the pirate ship, but the price never came back after that third one. These series, they usually they end up screwing it up. A good thing, you know what I mean? And then it never kind of.
I'm actually kind of glad though that this revolver is going largely unnoticed. Like of all of the big YouTube channels, I'm actually surprised that Spectacular is the only channel that actually did a video specifically on this. What's that?
Empire Precious Metal. Stormy was really pushing the hell out of it. He was selling tons of them.
So, I mean, okay, so I missed Stormy's, and it wasn't even until last night that I saw Speg's
And I
video.
believe Guido was selling some too.
Was he really?
Yeah. Guido and Stormy, they work
but
together.
They're doing it on a live auction, right?
Yeah, but Stormy's done a video on him too.
He has.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll have to go check it out because I was searching last night for anybody that did a video on it, and I couldn't find it. So I mean, I was looking.
Yeah, I'm not subscribed to Speg, so I didn't see his video, but I know Stormy does.
I'm not subscribed to him either, but he still came up in my search.
Yeah, why the fuck is that? Like, I'm still getting videos from Yankee, and I've unsubscribed to Yankee. I'm still getting videos popping up. How do I fucking get rid of that?
There's very few big channels that I subscribe to. I mean, I subscribe obviously to Sal, Campbell's Coin, Silver Oceans,
Silver Joker,
International Stacker. But I mean, aside from just that handful of big channels, there's very few big channels that I subscribe to.
Yeah, the big channel I have that I'm subscribed to is Uncle Sal. And what I mean by big channels, I'm 50,000 and up.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I consider T's another one. I consider anybody over 10,000 subs to be pretty fucking big in our small little community.
Yeah, it's a decent sized channel, absolutely.
I mean, like at the end of the day, you look at like who's the biggest channel in the community. It's fucking Dragons, right? I mean,
actually, I think it's well, yeah, in our community, I would say Dragon, because you do have Rob Finds Treasure, which is 100,000 above him, but he's all types of weird things. And then you got JBR Coins or J&R Coins. That's like 300,000 subscribers.
never even heard of him.
I've never heard of. He doesn't post. I don't think I'm subscribed to him, but I was searching and I came across his channel one day, and he's the one I found out about that Myrtle Beach coin show.
So these
Not
people
Myrtle
you're
Beach coin
talking
show.
about, these are like mega channels. But
Yep.
I mean, I consider, and I've said this from the beginning, like I feel like once you get over 10,000 subscribers, you're a fairly big channel in this tiny little community because our community is so small.
Well, if you want to get technical, we're big channels because most of the channels on our community are smaller than that.
Nah, I'm small potatoes. I've always been small potatoes. I always will be small potatoes.
Yeah, well, we're small, but we're definitely small. But like when we think of big channels, we think of the channels that got us into this community. Like when we started YouTube or started watching coin channels, the channels that popped up were Sal, Silver Seeker, Two is One, Yankee, Spectacular, and Silver Dragons, and International Stacker. Well, his videos popped up too, but those 7 channels are like on the main feeds. If you type in
International Stacker is the big one that got me into it. International Stacker is the one that.
Yeah, he's the one that fucking helped me out, in the beginning. That really put me on the map.
And he's a down-to-earth guy. Like,
great dude.
I have a lot of respect for the guys who are the bigger channels that actually don't fucking change. Like, don't be a dick just because you have 100,000 subs. That doesn't mean diddly shit.
That's why I unsubscribed to Yankee and Speg. Exactly why I unsubscribed to them. The only big mega channel I'm subscribed to is Dragons. And I always, I've always liked Dragons, because when I first started YouTube, he was like one of my first guys that I had on an interview. And at the time, I was like, 200 subscribers. He took time out of his day to fucking do an interview and plug my channel. And, to this day, I'll appreciate that, So that's why, I'm still subscribed to him and I watch his stuff here and there. Here and there. I try to get the time to watch people, but I'm busy.
Just like there's some big channels that I don't subscribe to, but it's not because I have anything against them.
Sal's the biggest channel, though. I love Sal.
Oh, Sal's the godfather of silver.
I just can't keep up with him because he posts too much.
I don't know where he finds time to pump out all those videos.
I think he's got to be retired. He's got to be retired because he does 3 videos a day. And then he does a stream, 2-3 times a week? He's got to be retired because I don't know how he does it. Or maybe
Sal has been on YouTube forever, though. I mean, he's...
Oh, years.
Sal has been consistent from day one. Like, if you go back and listen to his very first video that he ever did, the only thing that's different is his voice. But, like, everything else, it's the same. Like, his approach is the same. His style is the same. The quality of the content is the same. Sal is consistent all the way back to his first video. Like, most of us small potatoes channels, like, you go back and watch my first video, holy shit, I'm fucking horrible. I'm still horrible. I still suck. But I think once you pump out enough videos, you get a little bit more comfortable, and I think then they come across as being more real because you're being more genuine and you're not quite as nervous.
Exactly.
But I think Sal, he's been the same from day one. Like his content has always been top notch from his very first video.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But hey, bro, I think I'm gonna wrap it up tonight.
Yeah, it's been a blast, dude. It's
Fucking mouth is dry.
to see what happens throughout the rest of the year with metals, but
We'll see. I mean, whatever, it's gonna do good.
it's a long year. We're only halfway done.
Yep, halfway done. We're in the second quarter now, right? Well, July, I think that's starts.
Actually, we're still in the we're at the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, we're getting to it.
So,
All
but
right,
yeah,
brother.
well, it's been a blast. I guess next Tuesday we'll be back on my channel.
Yep.
And we'll solve more of the world's problems.
Absolutely, brother. All
All
right,
right.
guys. Thank you all. You all
Thanks,
have a great
everybody. Have a good night, everyone.